A lot of riling up for their team as the Kings take on the Predators. None of these teams picked up one victory. Last week, that's the closest any of these teams came to any points. The Kings have 1 point, the Predators have none. Both of these teams came very, very, very close to victories, but none of them been able to do it. And right off the bat, we have a shot with Predators who are determined to get something for themselves. But you got to remember the other statistics, which are very dangerous for the Predators. In the past 2 games, the Predators have opened the scoring with 2 points, and then 4 points went onto the other team, which means 2-0 for the Predators. Were caught up with 4-2 from their other teams, be it the Sharks or be it the Sabres or whoever they played against. What are you asking me for? But is the Predators have their 2 points didn't matter in both games. If their key to victory is getting points early, keeping those points that they get early. Embarrassing. 4 points in a row after their first 2 points scored. They gotta know that the stat is haunting them, and hopefully tonight it'll do some merit for them as they take on the Kings tonight. And both teams starting off very, very messily. Both teams have had low-scoring games. They haven't seen these Sabre-type games or the Shark-type games. No team who has 5 points, 5 goals scored in one game for any player. I mean, the Preds have lost 3-2, 9-7. Wow, was that a goal? I believe it almost was. It was a shot by Rosenzweig. Rosenzweig has yet to have a goal for any game for his team. Rosenzweig and Lipson face off. Both members of the team live within a walking distance from each other. Many do in this game, but these two are very close. And they're getting even closer. Well, no, that was Silver there with Lipson. And the Kings shoot it all the way down. And Azulai, the wild man of his team, can be compared to the Vodiani, but even off the rink, he's just a wild guy. He likes to take penalties, too. Needless ones. He just likes to shove people around. He likes to use his height and weight to his own advantage, Azulai does. Azulai can be considered a punk, sort of. But a big one at that. And a nice shootout for Karoli that goes, Adam Karoli goes really far out for his team. And a shot by Lipson goes very, very wide of the net. Azulai has an open shot, and it's a goal! Right off the bat for Azulai. Goes all the way down, and their team is just quick to celebrate as the Predators start opening up the game. 1-0 for them. Something they have not missed. Something they have seen before. Defense take call, thinking that they're in a hockey game. Maybe that's why they stop winning. You know, after they get a few goals, it goes to their head and craziness goes to their head. But once again, I mean, that's the craziness that Azulai brings to the table. And I was joking about that punk reference. I mean, he was right in front of me. I just wanted to see if I can get under a sin. I like doing that. Gordon and Hofstetter trying to do something out of that. Sanders brings it out for his team. And Rubner just gets it stolen from him. But what a shot by Hofstetter. Doesn't do much, though, because the Kings are on top of him. There's 2 guys down there. Rubner just doing anything he can. Not helping. Karoli's got to hold on to that ball right there. Trying to keep his team with that lead. The Predators fighting for it, but the Kings fighting harder. Almost pushes one of them down. Offside with a shot. Goes to the net, but is blocked by Avi Jakubov. I mean, both of these goalies, I mean, I would dare say that they put a lot of more heart, a lot of more skill, and a lot more oomph to their teams. The 2 goalies, Avi Jakubovic and Adam Karoli, put a lot more passion than the last 2 goalies that we've seen. Oh, what a shot! And that just went off and into Muller's arms. Klein to Muller. Muller gets the 2nd goal of the game, and that ties the game with a 1-1. Did I say Muller? not? That'll work. We got 2 Azulais on each team. We got Yossi Azulai on the Kings teams, and for the Predators, you have Jamie Azulai. He's the goal scorer for his team. And that's the Jamie Azulai, the one with the goal scorer, the one with the power team. Swing around by Avi Haber was not met with much success, but Azulai, using his girth the best way he can, allows it to get taken by the smaller, possibly more agile Predator, Rabinowitz, who takes a shot, but a completely high from that net. It's a shot by Haber, doesn't go anywhere. Comes down to Azulai. Oh man, that stick on my face. Azulai pushing off Martyr, saying, you're not gonna overtake me. Martyr with a little bounce to help that puck go, but Adam Caroli doesn't let it go anywhere. Both teams changing, taking their time as the clock runs down. Musha Hill, Lipson. I see that Avi Haber has switched the lines a little bit. Lipson was on the strong line. It was Lipson, Haber, and Azulai with the only power line of their team. And what a shot out. But Caroli lets the rebound go, and it was a dangerous rebound. Goes to Nemitz. Nemitz shoots it out, but it brings it back down to Nemitz. Nemitz considers trying to travel with it further, but it gets taken from him by Kabessa for the Kings. Kabessa passes it down to Rosenzweig looking for his first goal of the season, but before he gets a chance at it, Musha Hill Lipson tries to bring it down, but Kabessa just almost turns it around, brings it back to his partner Silver, back to Kabessa. Rosenzweig looking for a setup, but Hofstetter stops it. It gets to Lipson, takes a shot, and it's blocked by Avi Jakubovic. Lipson's going to find that Avi Jakubovic is a worthy goalie against his tough goals. Lipson, but it goes between his legs, so he doesn't get the momentum for that goal that he wanted. He was looking for, tries to center it, but it's Kabessa who takes it. Kabessa brings it all the way down, not opposed by anyone. Caroli stops it, and Hofstetter lets it roll off his chest and take it away from him, and he brings it down. But the Kings have taken their offense again, and before they think about it, Raiders. Redders, maybe Predators they're talking about. I'm trying to figure out what Azulai's chant is. Obviously it's Azulai. The yeller, the fighter, the one that brings the enthusiasm to the table for his team. And with the low score of 1-1, I mean obviously it's a low score, but come on, it's early into the first period. What do you want? What are you expecting? A 10-5 game right now? Both teams with something to prove tonight. And I personally see that the Kings have a little bit of an advantage, and before Gordon knew what to do, Azulai kicked it away, showing that he is the defense man, and it's the defense man with the only goal for his team, but he still is the man that plays defense, and he plays it well for his team. Sanders is the one that was replaced by Lipson for the power line, and Lipson, oh wow, what a breakaway shot! And a shot from Yisrael Klein for the Kings is met with, a block by Azulai, by Caroli, and Caroli lies down because he can't get his stick around to block that, and it's a very, very good, important save by Adam Caroli, who likes to tell me to shut up when his team's not winning, but right now I guess it doesn't bother him because, well, his team's not losing. Assistant captain Musha Hill Lipson off the bench, trying to tell Rubiner to show a little bit more fire. Sanders shoots it down a little. Rubiner thinks about attacking it, but it doesn't. Nice save. Azulai has just been taken off his line for a few seconds. That might be a smart thing to bring Azulai to this line, because this line needs a lot more strength. Rubiner he tries hard, but when it comes to fighting, doesn't do it much. Hey, look, there's an impressive push from Rubner to Gordon. Gordon trying to tweak his way into that goal. Caroli not letting him, and Rubner, with a little bit of help, I would dare say, with a loose puck, Azulai makes sure it gets cleared, pushing through everybody. There's a heavy shot, gets to Azulai, who shoots it while sitting down, impressively playing well in the defense for his team. Azulay just staying seated. Oh, and a shot up. And Gordon with an impressive upswing. No one there to stop him. And Karoli lets that one go by Gordon. Gordon with his second goal for his team and the only 2 goals scored for his team. Gordon does score it. As we wait for a stick to be kicked out, the Predators don't have those 2 goals that they're used to start off the game. No. In fact, it's been the Kings who have the first 2 goals of the game. Well, not the first 2, but I mean the first 2 of the team to get 2 goals. I mean that would be the Kings. Do I make any sense tonight? That shot gets to Joel Frost. I believe that's the first time Joel Frost tonight gets to touch the ball. It's in play still. Nemitz passes to his teammate who has a shot, but Abhijit Kababi gets right out there to make sure that the goal is not scored by the Predators. And the Predators have to be wondering what it's going to do, what do they have to do to try to win a game. They're not off on the right foot tonight. If the Predators win tonight, then they will be the last team, but they will be the last team to get a point for their team in this series. But even though they'll be the last, finally, every single team will have a point this season. The Kings already have a point. Even though they lost in overtime, which means they do get themselves a point. If the Predators fail to win, they will be the only team for the second week in a row to be the only team who walks out of the night without a point. It's a very scary stat, and the Predators are in their way of doing that tonight. Karoli's got to be worried for that because he is a very good goalie. He cares that there's a shot, and it goes right to him. Putting his glove around the glove pad, still wondering where that ball is. Doing what he's got to be doing to make sure that goal doesn't get past him. 2-1 for the Kings with less than 2 left in the first period. Oh, there's a little bit of a breakaway. It could have gone in. Nemitz didn't get it, but goalie nowhere near that. And the referee calls it. He blows the whistle, and Lipson is just speaking to Frost politely about what's going on. Somebody was complaining. I don't think he was complaining to the referee, though, because he was saying that he blew the whistle, which means he was talking to Lipson, I guess, who was just trying to wonder, why did you blow the whistle when the ball was out of play? He says, well, the goalie did have it. Lipson thinking that if he fetches a little bit with a goal with the referee, albeit politely, he may curry favor with the referee. I don't know if that'll work, but hey, who knows? Crazy things have happened. Lipson passes to Azulay, but he does it very lightly, and before the ball gets to Kabas, it's blocked by one of the Kings, and Azulay has to go back, and right now it's on top of it. It's Rosenzweig on top of it. Doesn't get a goal there. Blocked by Azulay, great block, and what a shot, almost went to my face, but it didn't get much stick on it, thankfully for me. Goal goes down and Hofstadter brings it all the way back. Ball goes down, Hofstadter brings it all the way back. As I just said. Would have gone in even, really didn't have much there before. He came really wide out there for that ball. Oh, wow, that pass went to Nemitz. Nemitz tried to pass it to Lipson. Lipson nowhere near that pass given by Nemitz. And therefore, they didn't get much on it. But they had a good chance right there, a good scoring chance as the time runs out. Jamie Azulay scored the only goal for his team, but that was only one goal. You got 2 goals scored. No one on your team has gotten a hat trick so far in this season. What are you going to do? You think you're going to get it?
Well, I'm feeling this. I'm playing with these strong line here, one of the best forwards in the game, and Avi Middleman, a great defenseman, and Albert net. I feel this game that we're going to win this, and cares about the hat trick? It's all about the win.
It's all
Take 5 assists.
about you. How is your mind going into this? I mean, you have a relative getting to a Magder. I mean, can it distract you at all?
Well, hockey, of course, family's first, but hockey is second on the list.
Is your cousin, sister, what is it?
My sister.
Just getting, I mean, you're bridesmaid and everything. I mean, what are you gonna do? I mean, that's not on your mind though tonight. Tonight is all it's all about the game.
Tonight's all about this game, just taking the win, our first win of the season, and continuing it.
Good luck to you guys tonight. Back, it's the second period of the game, and it's only 2-1. Low score. The Predators by this time are used to having 2 goals at least, but they're probably also used to trailing in the second period by more than 1 goal. So, shot out by Middleman, doesn't go far. Sanders tries to pass it back, but there's no one home for it. And they try to shoot it in, but Caroli's on top of that one. Do you want to say the Kings aren't good? I mean, they're probably the King. The Kings are probably the team that you could say, of all the teams that have lost every single game, and there's only been 2 of them, and they're playing right now. You could say that the Kings have a little bit to them. You know, they have a lot of good stats along with their bad ones, and their bad ones sticking out like a sore thumb. Never won a game. However, they're the ones that took the Rangers to the limit. The Rangers are the crazy, crazy tough guys, the guys that have never lost a game. And in the fact that they've never lost a game, they've gotten 9 points in 1 game as they destroyed the amazing Sharks. And we've seen how amazing they are tonight. They destroyed the Sharks 9-2, the Rangers did. Why are we talking about the Rangers? Well, they also won 7-4 in another game. But when it came to these Kings who have never won a game, they beat the Kings only by 2, and they only beat them 5-3. They had their lowest scored game of their season, even though they've won. So the Kings, you can say, took the Rangers to their limit, or their craziest limit that they've had all season. The Kings, known to take teams to their limit, also had a very impressive shootout loss. I mean, the shootout loss was still a shootout loss. They take teams to limits. Maybe you can say that for the Kings. I don't know if you can say the same for the Panthers, as there's a little scrimmage, and the Rabinowitz shoots it, but the referee, I mean, the net was clearly off, and he calls it a no goal. The only ones that you can say that the Preds ever took the limits were the Panthers. The Panthers beat them 3-2, and that was the first game of their season as they just went downhill, losing 9-7, so that's 2 points, another 2 points, losing 7-5 in their 3rd game. Oh, what a shot! Rabinowitz! This time there was no net that was off. This time he got that one cleanly. Brings it 2-all. Very important goal scored by the small but important small but important Rabinowitz for his team, the Predators, tying it by 2. What a shot! Trying to bring themselves back on the map. The Predators haven't found themselves in the lead, but maybe now they will! Oh, what a shot! Rabinowitz still staying on, trying to keep up that momentum he just got from the first goal. He's still there, completely open for that, so he goes for the shot. He misses, but Jakubovic throws his net off. He purposely threw his net off. I completely saw that, but no one else did. Referee didn't see it. He's attacking me for it, but you know what? I believe that was a purpose throw off. Jakubovic knew he was in trouble there. Rabinowitz stepped up to the plate, and Jakubovic threw off the net, and it was empty. So since it was off bounds, off its plate, the referee called it as off. Lipson passes it back to his defenseman. He has it open. but there's 3 Predators trying to keep it away. Lipson has it, but oh, he's completely thrown down by Silver, and that's going to be a penalty. Ow, and what a thud Lipson made on the very hard gym floor. Hopefully he's okay. He's standing up, he's walking. No one is, and he says he's okay. He shakes his head saying, yeah, he's all right there. But that's going to be a very important penalty for the Predators. Never before have they ever been up 3-2. This will be new territory found for the Predators if they manage to score on this power play opportunity. Lipson is even staying on for it. So it shows that he's a trooper. Is it smart of him to stay on? I don't know, but I think that with bang-ups, it just makes you play harder. And Jakubovic's going to have to throw the net off a few more times, possibly, in this power play opportunity for the Predators. Moshe Hill has it, passes it to Azulay. Azulay back, gets it, sends it back to his defenseman. He brings it down to Haber, and it's the power line back up. I think they're going to take all 3 minutes. Oh, what a shot back by Azulay. Mashilo tries for it. Gets to Azulay, goes all the way back to Haber. Azulay tries to use his weight, tries to use his skill, his girth, everything. But now it's the Kings that have it short-handed, and they try to shoot it, but it goes to Lipson. Lipson has it, just taking his time with it, knows he has some time. Oh, he goes up, and it's a goal! We thought that Azulay might have blocked it, but no, the Predators are up for the first time ever. 3-2 for the Predators in the second period. Who knows what's going to happen? Haber gets that goal off of Azulay. Oh, and there's an open ball just saying, hey, somebody hit me, please. Oh, what a goal by Haber. Lipson's still staying on. Wow, you think of a guy that was just knocked down with a heavy thud. You know what? The louder the thud, the more impact I guess the ground took. And Lipson is just on top of him. I don't think he wants to leave the rink now. I think he's become so familiar with this court, he wants to stay on. You know, why not? Let him. Nemetz chasing it down. He brings it, but too hard to Lipson. Way too hard was the pass. And Lipson tries to shoot it without anyone looking. But the goalie was there in that direction, so Lipson doesn't get the goal. But Lipson's still there. He passes it to Nemetz. Nemetz this time doesn't really get much of it. But Lipson, he brings it, takes it around, and takes it around. Silver with a shot! And it's 4-2! This time it's the Predators that get to look at the 4-2 score, and it's in their favor! Samuel! Maybe he's born with it. Maybe it's Middleman. Klein and to Middleman. Middleman goes for a shot, but it goes nowhere near the goal. I think he was trying to get around the players that were in front of him. But that's not good because the players were also by the net, so not much you can do there. Wow, Rubner really showing some force onto Middleman. I think that's Azulay. I mean, he's the biggest guy on his team. So Azulay there with the ball, passes to Rubner off his foot. Oh, and Rubner gets pushed down by David Gordon, by lead goal scorer David Gordon, only goal scorer David Gordon for the Kings. And they shoot it out. Middleman gets it out. Oh, and they squash him. Sanders and Azulay are making for quite the twin tower combination for their team. 2 big men showing it, proving it to David Gordon or Yossi Klein. Squashed. Haber maintains control. Over, goes for a shot, and doesn't get much on it. Back. West shoot back. Haber goes around the net. He tries to but he can't do it because Pass Warner. Pass Warner. Oh, and now the net is off again, but the referee's not calling it. He goes for the shot, and now he calls it as the net is out. The referee says play because A.B. Jakobovic just likes the net. Come on, prove me wrong, Jakobovic. Oh, and he shoots it down. Haber chasing after it. Warner doesn't know which way to go. He's surrounded by Predators, but that's a good thing for him because as he comes out, it's 3-on-1. And he goes for the shot, and now it's 3-on-1 still. Kings, but they're just facing the wrong way. Warner all the way down there. Trying to do something, trying to get some kind of action. Oh, what a body check, and that was way too strong for the referee as Rabinowitz gets a little bit hard of a check on the Kings player. Rabinowitz, the little Rabinowitz, who's already scored a goal, shows Martyr, actually shows Azulai what it's like to get into the action. And now the Kings are going to go on a penalty, on a power play, that they could use. That smile on Joel Frost. Wow, here they go. They're starting off early with their power play. But Azulai can't believe he's on still with the power play. They go shorthanded. Mashahil Lipson tries to take it. He has a shot actually on Jakobovic. Shorthanded shot, but Jakobovic has to make the save. And Jakobovic steals the guy, goes to the shot, and it's a short-handed goal by Mashahil Lipson for the Predators to bring it to 5-2. What a short-handed goal. The Kings thought that they could just bring it down easily. Hey, they had a power play, but no. Shows that you can't disregard the assistant captain of the Predators for his second goal of the night. It's Masha Hillelipson, and it's 5-2. All right, fine. First goal of the night, and the goal is completely out of his net. But Masha Hillelipson almost gets a second goal. Second shorthanded goal, that is. The Kings not doing well on their power play. They're not taking their power play seriously. They're not using it to their advantage. They bring it out. Silver goes for a shot. Mashahil blocks it completely as he tries to bring it down, but it goes down to Klein anyways. Klein pops it up, and it has to be a nice save by Adam Caroli. It gets inside Yisrael Klein's legs, but Mashahil brings it up. Once again, goes for the shot, and he doesn't have it. Goes another for a shot. Again for the shot, and it's got to be smothered by Jakobovic. The Kings with an awful power play right now. Wow, what a power play, what a penalty that the Predators are taking. Penalty is now over, and I think the ones that have to breathe a sigh of relief for that are the Kings with a shot by David Gordon. You see that Predator just diving there. Sanders playing great defense for his team. It wasn't really much needed, but with Adam Crowley on completely open on one side of the net, someone was needed to block Gordon, and someone was there. The Predators, wow, just going all out tonight. I mean, I think this is, I believe, and I you know what? I don't even have to believe it. I know that I am right. This is the highest lead ever. 3 goals is net completely off. Crowley being squashed. Possible goalie interference by Gordon. And it's Caroli showing that he's not hurt by fixing the net himself. This is the highest lead that the Predators have ever seen in this whole season. They've never higher by 2-0 that is the past 2 games, and lost that lead and never recaptured. And in the first game, they lost 3-2, so they never got 3 goals at all. It was 3-2. They lost with 2. So this is their highest lead they've ever to see. In their favor, it's 5-2 and they're leading, and there's no sign of them letting up because they have so much momentum. They had a face. That is not a coincidence, as I wanted to say earlier before I got interrupted. Not rudely, though. Entertainingly interrupted by a very interesting power play that didn't go in the Kings' favor. Anyways, Joel Frost not so angry tonight. That might be because Breslau plays usually for the Predators. Simcha Breslau has not got that much face time. I don't even think he's here tonight. Breslau was not playing, and Breslau is the guy. Oh wow, what an open shot! Varlinson gets his second shot, and that was completely thanks to a beautiful setup by Nemetz. Nemetz has the set, passes to Lipton. Jakubovic and didn't get the shove off that net in time, and it's 6-2. The Predators continuing on their crazy record high lead for themselves. Tonight, and I just proved it again. As Crowley's on his game, team captain Avi Haber steps it up, goes for the shot, and is wide of the net. Azulay keeps it in, but Mark takes it out. The Kings really forechecking here, making sure he keeps it in the Predators zone if they can, because they want to get another goal in. I mean, 2 points scored only against the Predators 6. Can't look good for them. But anyways, goes for a 7th, but is cut off by Avi Jakubovic. And oh wow, Azulay trying to do something. Shot! Wow! Can you say wow? Haber to Rabinowitz gets his second goal again, and it's 7-2 with the unstoppable Predators. And the Kings are a little bit open, but Gordon wouldn't really run for it, but what a shot! Everybody's legs. It went past Hofstadter's legs, playing defense, but luckily he paused the puck a little bit, and Caroli was able to pause it a little bit, and that was a stop. And Gordon didn't get that third goal that is needed, because Gordon's the only person that has goals for his team. It looks like a repeat of Sharks versus Rangers, when the Sharks lost to the Rangers 9-2, and the only person who got 2 goals for the Sharks in that game was Menzelewski. In this case, Gordon is replacing Menzelewski for those honors. And it looks like there's going to be another power play, a penalty called on the play, as we have 51 seconds left to this incredibly active second period. Active, that is, only for the Predators, who've gotten all 5 goals. What is this with this goal thing? I mean, they are definitely goring down the Kings, but all 5 goals in this period scored by Moshe Hillelipson's and Avi Haber's Predators, who are really showing why they are king of their prey. And once again, for this power play, it's the power team. It's Jamie Azulay and Moshe Hillel with the shot. Oh, a completely open net. Hillel runs in there to get his hat trick on the power play. Hillel gets his hat trick, first hat trick for the Predators, and they're showing that 8 points to 2 for the Predators. Wow, I gotta say, well, not just in one game, but in one period, Moshe Hillel, Bubanashine Lipson gets to score 3 goals. He gets his hat trick in one period. What woke you guys up, you losing team?
I think the line changes were really important over here, and
I was talking about that.
And all in all, we just worked hard. That's it.
Now, I never met you in my life, but I hear that you are a very impressive hockey player. The past 3 games wasn't so impressive for your team. You managed to catapult out of here, wake up, and now you're 8-2, destroying the Kings. What is going on before, present, and after the future?
Well, we didn't really play much with each other before this game. We go to different schools, and we don't really get to see each other much. But we're just getting used to it. That's it. It's just a start for the rest of the season.
So it was a slow start, but you think you're going to be able to maintain this incredibleness. What about the third period? What do you see for the third period?
We're just going to keep putting the pressure on, and hopefully we'll just continue to succeed.
And before we stop, let me give you one stat. Sadi Zlotnick, highest goals in a game with 5. Can you beat that tonight?
I'll definitely try to.
All right, good luck on that one. Mushahila Lipson, they call him Boom and a Shine You. Wow, 8-2. Let's see what happens in the third. Mushahila Lipson attributes the line change to the possible success that these guys are seeing for the very first time in their stellar career, in their young career, I guess you could say. I mean, 3 games is a lot of games in this season, but the bottom line is they have woken up. The Lion has woken up, and they are now stalking the prey. Yeah, that's how predators are, right? If you want to be a good predator, you have to start off small and short, and you have to really scout out and maybe lose a little bit, get hurt a little bit, but then jump and pounce, and I guess that's what they're doing tonight. In a little quick pep talk I overheard with Avi Haber and his team, the Predators, Avi Haber, team captain, was telling his team, guys, stay on the defense. Just maintain a lot of defense. Don't try to score any funky, crazy hot shot. Just stay on the defense. And there's an awful shot by Michael Lipson, the hat tricker of the night, with a nice backhand shot. The backhand was even better than with a straight hand, but that one goes out of play. They want to stay huge lead for the Predators, who have never seen anything like this. I mean, they're probably pattern period, then they are going to have yet to see a win on their column. But at least with the Predators winning, everyone will have at least 1 point to them at the end of this one. But we can't just make ideas right now. Oh wow, what a great save by Roley. Not just offense, but it's defense too. Team captain Warner went for that one and didn't get it. Rubinowitz goes off. He passes to Haber. Haber not really ready for Rubinowitz. Rubinowitz to Haber. Puck with 2 guys. You know, even 3 guys on top of him. Pouring his way out there. It's the top of the post. Warner hit the top of the stoppage by Caroli. This is not the NHL. This is the YFHL. And so therefore, anything can happen. If the Predators suddenly fall asleep, which they don't want to do, wow, and that doesn't show a sign of falling asleep. Wait a second, though. Kings might be waking up, though. It might be just a strong-on-strong action, because I don't think the Predators are going to want to fall asleep right now. They know what's going to happen if they fall asleep. They'll lose the game, like they've done many times in the past, and they want to win their very first game, and an impressive win in the first game will be a great one, as they're coming back up again with a pass and a shot, but it's a missed shot, and the Kings try to bring it down, but before they can, Azule is playing great defense tonight. Wow, it's a completely breakaway shot, and Warner doesn't get it. And it's another shot, doesn't go completely wide of the net. Warner tries to take, but he's just too big to skate around easily. And he goes for a shot, and Caroli deflects it there. Goes for the dump, as he's called out to do by Mushahila Lipson, but the dump was just way too weak, and the Kings got it before he got a chance to dump it all the way further. What a push by Azulai onto his brother Azulai, who looked at him saying, "Yo, ref, brother, my cousin is a freak." It was cousin, they're not brothers. The Kings trying again, and he goes for the shot, and Azulai has the ball for now, but there are just 2 Predators on him, and Azulai squashes the little Rubner, and I guess a little bit of a revenge taken for what his cousin did to him just a little bit earlier. And what a steal by Caroli, getting it away from Gordon, who's the only one that's even remotely dangerous tonight for the Kings. Rubner taking the face-off against Gordon. I call Gordon, and I was right. Gordon brings it down to his team, but Middleman, a little bit too eager, shoots it very high and out of play. I think I was in the middle of saying something very interesting, but I don't think it matters now, and I don't remember what it was. I'm sure I'll remember, or not. I don't even know. shot. Oh, right, I'm saying why this game is so incredible. Because the thing is, look at these guys just attack. Go on the attack, and wow, Hofstetter goes back out, and he's completely overtaken, and he tries to run back. He considers running back, and Lipson, you can hear Lipson yelling out, run, go back, go back. We don't need you to hot shot. We don't need you to score any more goals. We have 8 goals already. We don't need to get our lead cut up, even in half. If they do get their lead cut in half, it's still a very impressive lead. But the fact that this game is going to be so interesting is because the Predators have never won a game. This will be the only game that they win if they win, and they want to keep winning. No, they're on the verge of winning, on a great verge of winning, and the Kings don't win a game either, but they know that they have what inside of them. Pick up, they know that they're going to play a very strong game because they do have 9 minutes and 45 seconds left to prove that they have what it takes to stay in something, and they have a fight in them. They always have a fight in them, and a fight makes for an interesting game. And what a shot there! Goes very wide, and then and Klein gets flipped over, and I think that was intentional by Hofstetter. It looks like he might just go off for the penalty. He keeps his back free, hoping the referee won't see him, but he called for the penalty nonetheless. And it's going to have the Kings going on the power play. The last time the Kings were on the power play, Masahil Lipson and Jamie Azulai were the ones that looked like they had the power play for the Predators. And they're back on the net again. They even got a short-handed goal, his hat trick because of it. If he can get the hat trick in a 4th goal in this power play, in this hand, let's see what happens. I mean, right away, my goodness! What did I predict? Azulai didn't even have to look. It was all Masahil. There were no Kings involved. There was no Azulai involved. It was all Lipson, short-handed for the 2nd short-handed goal of the night for Masahil. His 4th goal, well on hand to surpass Sonny Zlanik in more than 5 games scored. More than 5 goals scored in a game. Wow, impressiveness by Masahil, and they still have their short-handed power play, I'm going to call it. Wow. Back-to-back goals by Masahil Lipson. Gets his hat trick on the shorthand. He's got to be impressed, proud of himself for that. I mean, I was riding him hard. I was going to his parents and saying, you know what kind of a loser of a son you have? I was telling his sister, hey, Afra, look at your brother, Masahil. What a nebach. And there's a goal. There's a goal by Warner. Oh, that's what I wanted to talk about before. Well, it's too late now. I mean, I can still talk about it, and I will. But let's talk about more of how I was telling Ellie and Afra and Atara and Alexandra why Masahil is such a loser because he hasn't scored much and his team stinks. Ha 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 ha, I said. But you know what? Lipson's proven tonight with 4 goals that maybe it was just fluke losses. 3 flukes, is that possible? Well, he's showing tonight that he's got what it takes. 4 goals tonight, and he's well on hand to getting more. Well, that was a nice goal by A.J. Warner. Wow, what a steal there by Hofstetter. Goes right into Caroli's glove. Samuels, the last goal. Warner? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was Warner, and I was right. Warner got that goal. Interestingly enough, a little stat that I was able to dig up on Warner. And I didn't really look into anybody else, so it could be other people have the same thing. It's just interesting with Warner. With nobody who has a hat trick, well, really on either team before this game went underway, and now Lipson has the hat trick, the only hat trick for both teams. What a shot by Lipson, almost went in to tie Tzadi Zlanik and Avi Spitzer. No, to actually only tie Tzadi with 5 goals. And a mean-spirited call by the Predator bench. They're really laying it on. And you know what? They're gloating, but this is the only time that they can gloat. Lipson playing around with that ball. Wow! Almost went in. And another one almost went in with Hofstetter. Hofstetter and Nemitz almost with 2 goals. Them almost went near that net. Had 2 good chances of going in to give them their first double digits. And A.J. Warner with a second goal. Needs it. If he's going to get something, if he's going to pick up something for his team. AJ Warner still fighting with it. Haber, two team captains going on it, and Hofstetter finally gets it out and pushes a little bit of a push. Call it on Cabeza. Cabeza managed to stay up, but if he fell down, you know what? It would have been smart to fall down. I would say it would be smart to fall down for Cabeza so they can get the power play, but they've only lost points on the power play, not gain any. Maybe it was good that he managed to stay up. Maybe if they get like a 3-on-1 kind of thing going. But, oh wow, what a fight there. Wrestling for the puck. If they got a 3-on-1 and Lipson was the only one that stayed on for the kill, that would be interesting. Oh wow, what a setup right now. Sort of like a breakaway, but it goes right inside Abby Jakubowic's legs. I can make a comment right now, but I won't. So oh yeah, I did mention that I wanted to yell out a stat that I dug up. I still haven't said it, but in case anyone's starting to figure out what it is, AJ Warner, team captain for the Kings, has managed to score in every single game, including this one time. However, he's only scored one time. He has scored one time in this game. He's only scored, and David Gordon's the one that scored the other 2 goals. If there's another goal scored for this team, the Kings, it'll be interesting to see who gets it, because Gordon has the only goals, except for the fact that AJ Warner has his, I guess you could say, required goal, his assumed goal. So far, 4 games, he's got every single game, he's got a goal. Does that mean anything? I don't know. Is he limited to only 1 goal? I don't know. But he is something for his team. He's important for his team. As captain, he displays a lot of endurance. It's very important to have. And he displays determination. That's the key word for his team. AJ Warner does. And there's a little bit of wraparound, and Middleman wasn't ready for it. Plays mostly defense. And it goes out, and Caroli finally holds on to it. Predators trying to complain that he had it, but who cares? If the Predators actually get another goal, they are going to be the 3rd team to find themselves in the double-digit clubs, along with the Sharks and the Sabres. I mean, that is very incredible for a team that has not scored up until now a winning game. And there's another goal. Gordon fights that one in there, wrestles it in there, and they bring it up to 9-4. The hat trick, the first hat trick for the Kings, goes to Gordon, but they can't be celebrating yet. And is anyone gonna score for the Kings except for besides Warner and Gordon? Find out. Right now there's another shot. Almost gets to Mickey Goldstein's head. He's not even in the game. Gordon sets up for a shot, and it's a shot, but it goes nowhere near anybody. Caroli kind of has it. He rolls around like a puppy dog.
How are you?
Gosh, David. Nice pink, what's it say on it?
Road trip was 6.
We got,
Was there?
no, I never saw it.
We went on the road trip, 8 of us.
Really?
Sully Mazzarelli, Blanca, they were the counselors.
I'm standing here with Mickey Goldstein getting his game with the Rangers taking it takes me a while to remember it. Mickey, your team has won every single game thus far this season. Who do you want to attribute that to? It has been you and Menzelewski scoring 5 goals in the last game.
Well, I got to attribute it to the whole team. This week we're coming out shorthanded. We're missing our captain.
JJ Cool, not to be confused with AJ Warner, who hasn't won 1 game for his team.
Not to be confused with AJ Warner. We got to just go out there and give it our best, and we're going to come out on top 4-0. Rangers are stacked.
Rangers are stacked. So says Mickey Goldstein. He's not worried that JJ Cole, team captain, or at least he doesn't show that he's worried, doesn't display any worry that team captain JJ Cole is not in presence for his team as the Kings try out for a little bit of a rush, but they don't get it. Nemitz passes to Lipson. Lipson not having control of the puck, and 2 Kings come down with it, but not hard and not fast and not quick enough to to get that anywhere near the goal. Rosenzweig brings it down, and Haber has to fight it. The poor floor checking on the part of the Kings doesn't help them. It's attacking as Kings keep trying to do something, trying to get out of their zone, and they pass it down. Cabeza doesn't really get it. And there's a shot! And what a goal! What a goal by Avi Haber! Avi Haber gets a nice goal. Avi Haber gets a nice goal. You know what, Weisbart? I'll start talking about your sister, but I got stuck.
Why?
Avi Haber with his second goal of the night for the Predators, and they find themselves in the double digits club with 10 goals, 10 to 4, and the Kings better be reading this one 10-4. That was kind of corny, but I liked it. Yo. Yeah. Ran away, didn't he? Lucky little boy. Squaring off again. Hofstetter asking for Rabinowitz for it. I mean, the defense is there. As you can see, Azulay just blocks it by standing there. And Hofstetter gets that one wheeled away from him, and there's a shot on the net. Caroli not being tested that much. Luckily for him, Gordon tries to get another goal after his hat trick, but it's to no avail. Azulay gets a shot at it, and there's an empty net with just a and it's Hofstetter who gives it to Rabinowitz to get the 12th goal. And for his troubles, Hofstetter gets to take it off. There's just no goalie in net. It's weird. There's only 50 seconds left, and there's another goal scored. Samuels! 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 Who scored? Who scored? Samuels! Who scored? Who? And there might be a little bit of a fight on a play. Gonna go down, but Azulay fights back as he's looking for a little. And these guys are squaring off. How pathetic. Azulay's laughing. He likes doing it. AJ Warner, though, really wants to start up these guys. And Sanders. Checking unnecessary. Ridiculous, with only what, like 2 seconds? I think that was the end of the game right there. Abby Jakobovic, you can't be pleased with the way that your team played tonight, losing 12 to a very sad.
I'm not really pleased at all. I just want to say, terrible judgment call on pulling the goalie. That was a waste of 2 goals right there. And just for the rest of the game, where was the defense? Where was the offense? Where was the team? This team is a sinking ship, and if Noah's going to save it, the next week I'm going to go out there and I'm going to
Wow, you're threatening to step onto the court. Who's going to fill your shoes?
No, I don't mean I'm going to play out. I'm not letting any goals in next week. If we're not going to score any, at least it'll be 0-0.
That is a tough assessment from Abby Jakobovic. We've never had a 0 goals for anybody. And you're claiming you're going to save every single one of them as your team lost 10 tonight with you in the net.
I may not save every one, but we are winning.
It'll be 0-0 even though he won't save anyone. That's an angry Abby Jakobovic. I don't know if he's thinking right now, cursing out his own team. We don't usually see that in any leagues. So we're going to give you some time to relax, think it over for the week. You do have 1 point still from last week. You did a great job last week. Don't forget about it. But the Predators managed to finally get some points on for themselves. And what a way to get points for themselves. A great game showed by the Predators tonight. Coming to their shell at Jakubovic's expense. Sorry to see it, bro. But you'll do great. I'm sure you'll do some wonderful things in the near future. Good luck to you, my friend. Wow. Once again, another game with Azulay showing off that thing that he calls a body when opening scoring tonight was Azulay. You got to be pleased with your team waking up tonight.
Oh yeah, we actually changed the lines, and that's the way to do it. We changed the defense, everything, the whole game plan. That's how we do
The
it.
team's changing their more than you're changing your interestingly enough.
Yes, actually, I wore this one. It's 3 days old. I'm still gonna wear it tonight.
Still gonna wear it tonight. He doesn't mind. Nothing stops the man.
Right.
There's no stopping him. What happened with that fight out there? Your buddy Sanders just smashed into AJ Warner, I believe, and then you guys had a little scrimmage afterwards.
No, it's all good. It's all good. It's all about the game, you know. It's all
About the game. I knew you were just having fun out there.
That's right. That's what it's all.
My cameraman thinks you're a little nuts, but that's okay.
Oh, I know. Whatever, man.
Or no, maybe he's saying we're losing some time. All right, good stuff. Good luck. You got your first 2 points. Your first points. Having a game 1 for yourself. Having your first victory. Good stuff. We're gonna see some good stuff from you guys in the future.
Oh yeah, that's gonna happen.
All right, he says so. Let's see what happens. Good stuff. Got the Rangers coming right.